It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th. Topsy-turvy opening weekend. It's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The final where you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw out wide to Walker. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start. One play, 10 yards. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 27.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Zach Charbonnet. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Another run now for Nwangu. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
3rd and 2. Here's Levis. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. No.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Just power football there. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
Levis back to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
When you talk about this Seahawk defense,
They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit hard. Not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The Seahawks at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On play action, they'll throw.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Draymond Jones in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Off the play fake, Levis.
Under pressure, they got him again. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
They'll get this underneath to Madison.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
On the set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he works his way free all